Welcome to Two Kids, One Doctorate. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to share with your friends and family and leave a review and a comment if this episode resonates with you. So today I like to talk to the woman that is soon to be divorced. If you are in a happy and satisfying marriage, this episode is not for you. As they say on TikTok, keep scrolling. All right. Now that everyone is gone, you, the soon-to-be divorced woman, you will be okay. Let me repeat that. You will get through this, and you will be a whole new person on the other end. You will first feel alone. You'll double guess your decision. You will go through episodes of guilt, and you will feel like you failed this one major aspect of life. It's almost like I felt like this was the one thing I needed to make work because I am a child of a single parent. I knew the challenges that brings to children, and sometimes that gets carried into adulthood. One of my dreams was to break the cycle of single parenthood. My grandmother raised her 5 kids alone, and my mom raised us alone. But guess what? You will get through the roller coaster of emotions and thoughts. If you got to this point, you should know that you are where you are supposed to be. When we decide on divorce, or your partner decides on divorce, it is not a 2-minute decision. There is countless amount of time that is spent thinking about it. And even after you think about it, then you spend time talking about it. And then you spend time going back and forth, trying to convince yourself that no, you're actually going to make this work. And then when you get to the point of no return, and you know that this is no longer what you want, this is not longer a happy marriage, you decide to move forward with a separation and a divorce. There will probably be a long process from when that first inkling sets in. Some marriages even undergo years of therapy before they have to call it quits. One thing to remember is that you didn't take this decision lightly, and it is the right one for you now. Life has twists and turns. How many people don't we know who have separated, divorced, and the universe sets them up again? At this moment, you are doing what your heart wants and needs. I'm okay with accepting that not every partnership works, that not every one of us needs to be married to be happy. That was a misconception I had, and I gotta tell you, I'm much more happier as a single parent than I was as a married parent. Allow yourself to feel, but don't forget that divorce doesn't make you less than the woman that's married. We have to sort of remember the history of marriage, how it came about, the current laws around the marriage, and understanding that as a social construct, you don't need to fit into that box. And so feel at ease knowing that if you're not feeling it and you're already at the point of going forth with it, you might already be separated and you're listening to this because the title caught your attention. You will be more than okay. You will shine and you will find happiness and comfort because you are worth being happy. Is separation and divorce easy? No, ma'am. But are you going to get through this? Yes, you will. If there are children in the marriage, you will second guess whether you should stay or leave because of the kids. You will be in your feelings about the consequences to your children. At the end of the day, if you have decided that divorce is best, you will raise beautiful children into amazing adults. If you end up co-parenting, you will be successful at it as well. If the marriage ends and you become the sole responsible parent, you will be successful at that too. When you first entered into the partnership, there was a period of transition, and space was needed and time was needed to get into the flow of sharing life with someone else. I know for me it was hard to do because I never saw what that looked like growing up, and I was trying to force myself into marriage without really having the skills that keep marriages together. That's the same when you first were married, right? You needed that time to transition, and now you will need time and space and grace to transition into divorce life. Give yourself that time and spare yourself some grace. Whatever the reason of how you got here to this very moment, you will get through this and you will be successful and you will be happy on the other side. And don't forget, therapy and self-care and being surrounded by people who love you and support you are essential and so needed for you to get through this. If you need a coach or a companion through this stage, please don't hesitate to contact me. It was what feels like just yesterday I was in your shoes. And I understand the pain, I understand the challenges, and I also understand the hope that we have when we know that at the other side of this, there will be love and peace. And I leave you with that. Thank you for listening. Sincerely, the Latina Single Mom.